Good evening, dear students. This is Lohit Ram SK, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Srimati and Sri OER Government First Grade College, Pagoda. Dear students, in the previous session, that is session number 45, we started with the types of pricing. So in this session also, I'm going to continue the types of pricing. So in which the company may fix the price for the different products and services they produce and sold and sell. Sorry, let's go with the other types of pricing. The eighth type of pricing is that limit pricing. So here, this price is set by the monopolist competitors to discourage the economic entry into a market. So, and it is illegal in many countries. So that means here the monopolists try to avoid the entry of new firms into the market. They are discouraging by setting the limit price here. So here the limit price is the price that the entrant would face upon entering. So that means if even though if there is an entry of new firms into the market, so they will face these kind of price set by the monopolist. So as long as the incumbent firm did not decrease the output, so that means with this lower price, they are going to fix or set, so which is very lower. That means than the average cost of production. So when they set this kind of price and they increase the total output size also, until that they don't decrease the output, here the entrants will face the problem. So incumbent firm means so the firm which is already have an established identity in the market. So if they did not decrease the output, then it will be very difficult for the new entrants to go to face the competition and to face the customers also. So and they may not be able to stay in the market because is a here, the incumbent firm fix the limit price, which is lower than the average of cost of production. So here, the people will attracted with the lower price, and they will buy more and more products of the incumbent firm or the existing firm than the new firm. So here, the limit price which is followed by the incumbent firms only, but it is illegal in many countries because it is discouraging the entry of new firms. So here the limit price is often lower than the average cost of production, or it is just low enough to make the entering not profitable. So that means the entering firms may not gain their required kind of profit, but the quantity produced by the incumbent firms to act as deterrent to entry. So that means the quantity is huge also along with the limit pricing, which is of limit pricing. So it's by the incumbent firms or the existing firms, but larger than would be optimal for monopolist. So that means so here they are going to utilize the resources at optimal level, so and they may get their minimum profit at least with this lowest price or limit pricing. So they produce higher economic profit. So economic profit yields profit with the highest production with lower cost than would be earned under perfect competition. So this kind of economic profit would be earned under the perfect competition if the limit price is fixed by the incumbent firms. But the new entrants may not get their optimum level also here. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೊಸ ಕಂಪನಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ಗೆ ಅವರು ಸೊ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಲಾಭವನ್ನು ಗಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಇನ್ಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಫರ್ಮ್ಗಳು ಪ್ರೈಸಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಸೊ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ ಆವ್ರೇಜ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಲೋಯರ್ ದೆನ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೈಸನ್ನು ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. Then the next type of pricing is aggressive pricing. So this kind of pricing is intended to drive out the competitors from competition. So that means, so the firm may use this kind of pricing to send the competitors out of the competition and out of the market, but it is illegal in some places. But the products and services are offered at very lower point or at with a lower cost, so it will give them more profit. That means it's a psychological advantage they are going to take by setting a very lower price. So automatically the customers will shift their from other brands to these brands. So that means the brand in which have a lower price, or the products and services are offered at lower point. So this is about aggressive pricing. Then the next type of pricing is here contribution margin based pricing. So contribution margin based pricing is try to maximize the profit, so which is derived from the individual product. So that means if the company is producing and delivering a different type of products, so any one product may contribute the total profit to the organization. So based on the differences between the product's price and variable cost, so these kind of prices fixed and on one's assumptions regarding the relationship between product prices. So that means there will be an assumption that one or two products may yield the profit for the company. So that's about the contribution of margin based pricing. Then the next type of pricing is your dynamic pricing. So under this type of pricing, the name itself suggests dynamics means, so here a flexible, so adjusted, so a flexible pricing mechanism, so which is made possible. So that means the company may be able to adjust with the changes or changing situations. So it is possible. So it become mechanism. So how means, so they by advances in information technology. So with the help of internet, they are going to collect the information about the marketing situations and conditions. So it is possible then, and they employed mostly by the internet based companies. So here they are going to respond to the marketing fluctuations. So whether it's a rise or decrease, or there is a demand or not no demand. So the consumers taste and preferences, everything they are come to know. So with the advanced information technology. So then to correspond this consumers willingness to pay. So by having the collected information by advanced technology, so the company going to have a correspond to consumers willingness to pay. So that means is going to know that how much the consumer is able to pay for the products and services. Based on that, they are going to fix the price and the number of units that can be sold at the price. So that price which allows online companies to adjust the price of identical goods. So here identical goods means goods have a similar characteristics and features. So the consumer's mind or willingness will come to know by information which is collected by the company based on the internet companies, just collected by internet based companies. So here the example for that, airlines prices or railway prices, so they can adjust with the price because the airline service is the same. That means the people are going to travel through airlines, but that with different fares. The next type of pricing is absorption pricing. So under this type of pricing, all the costs are recovered. That means that the price of product includes variable cost of each item plus a proportionate amount of fixed cost. So what are the costs incurred for producing and selling the goods? So that is variable cost and proportionate amount of fixed cost, are all costs are recovered. So to recover based on that, the firm is going to fix the price. So that price is called as a form of cost plus pricing also. So absorption pricing, this is the price, and this the type of pricing, all costs are recovered which are incurred for producing and selling the goods and services. So it's about absorption pricing. Then high-low pricing. The next type of pricing is your high-low pricing. Here, high-low pricing, in a high-low pricing, the goods and services offered by the organization to the consumers which are regularly priced with higher so than the competitors. So that means if the consumer want to uh, consume the luxurious products or high priced products, or the products have a good quality over the competitors, and but through a lower promotions, so these type of products are offered to the uh, consumers by fixing a high or a low price. So high price. So here they fix the high price but lower the expenses or the amount they are going to spend on promotion. So with the lower promotion, they are going to sell the goods with higher price. So it is higher than the competitors' products. The two on key items or key products. So it's about high-low pricing. Then, if you further discuss about the high-low pricing here, the targeted to bring, so that means the manufacturer or seller, they target to bring the customer to the organization where the customer is offered with the promotional product as well as the regular higher priced product. But for promotional product, they are going to spend less. So example for that higher low pricing, Nike and Adidas. Then FOB pricing, free onboard pricing. So here the seller bears the cost until the loading of product used to transport. So here the seller before delivering the goods, means until loading, whether it's on a ship or train or airways, so until the loadings, the all cost whichever all cost which incurs for that, it will be beared by the seller only. But in general, the FOB seller pricing origin determines the location of loading the product, whether it's a factory or warehouse sales or the port which is nearest to the location of seller. So all the costs which are involved until so it is loaded, whether it's in factory or warehouse or near to the location of or near to the port which is in location of seller. But after that, the product liability will be transferred to the buyer once if it is loaded. When the product is loaded into a transport vehicle. So that means after that, the cost will be borne by the purchaser or buyer only. So here the all transportation cost and product handling incurred as a result of buyer. So the buyer will find most of the largest transportation cost because the seller bear the cost until the loading only, but the remaining, so traveling uh, and unloading and stocking them again. So all these kinds of costs will be beared by the buyer only. So after discussing all these types of pricing, so we come to know that the pricing is influenced with the transportation cost which is involved, either it's a airways, railways, or roadways, or waterways, and the customers' preference, customers' understanding, and customers' ability to pay. Then the product differentiation, product's value, then competitor strength and competitor strategy, competitors price, and the new entrants into the markets, their ability. So all these are considered while fixing the prices. So if they fix lower price than the new entrants means the customers, the customers will be remained with the existing company only. They don't go with the new entrants or with new products. So these are all the things in which they are going to uh, consider and analyze, and as well as to fix the price. So with this, I would like to conclude this session. I would like to conclude this session. Thank you.